Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I'm going to show you guys how to mod your DSI XL. This is all you're going to need, just an SD card, DSI XL, and an SD card reader. So we're going to go ahead and plug this in here. Man, I've done that twice. So plug it in like this, and then plug it into your computer, and we're actually going to jump over to the computer screen now. Alright, so now that we're at the desktop, you're going to want to go to File Explorer. You're going to want to go to PC, and then this should be it. This is mine for right here. You're going to want to go to Format, then you're going to want to go to FAT32. Go ahead and make sure that's clicked on FAT32, and then hit Start. It's going to erase everything off this disk. Just go ahead and click OK. So that's the first step there. You can go ahead and close that out. For the second step, I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. We're just going to call this mod. Alright guys, so this is the website that I found that you really don't have to buy anything from. I'm going to link this guy's YouTube description down and below, because every single video that you're going to click on YouTube is going to try to get you to buy something if you don't necessarily know what you're doing. So go to this website down here. You're going to want to select download. Like I said, I'll also link this guy's YouTube channel down below. This should download. You're going to want to go to open file. Actually, let me go to downloads, and then let me drag this to my file here. And I'm going to bring this into my mod folder just for me to be able to access it. But really important step, you're going to want to be able to see hidden things, hidden items. So being able to see hidden items, that's going to come into play a little bit later here. But you're going to want to go ahead and extract all. Click extract, and it should start downloading, or extracting, my bad. So you're going to have these two files right here if you're following exactly what I'm doing. All right, so next is going to be the zip file right here. You can kind of just throw this one away into the recycle bin, and you should see this. Real quick, if you already didn't format your either micro SD card or just your normal SD card, you can go down here, you can go to click GUI format. It gets a little intense because if you don't select the right one, let me see here. So say I have my FAT32 format right here, and I go to DSI XL. See how we have the same drive, I'm assuming you'd say right there. Make sure if you do want to format it this way, you're going to select the right drive, because if you don't, it's going to get pretty bad for you. So I'm going to exit out of that because I've already done this step before and I've shown you guys how to do that. But what we're going to do now is go over to the Nintendo DSI, and we're going to take out this micro SD card or SD card. We're going to plug it in here, and we'll go from there. That was a lot of work for some reason. All right, so now we're going to want to power it on. All right, now we're going to want to go to the Nintendo DSI camera. And it should basically walk you through downloading a few files, but try to go to SD card, and it's going to start checking. This will take a few minutes, and it's going to create a new file for you. Real quick, make sure to note if you do have that Facebook icon right there, that's going to come into play a little bit later. But basically, all we wanted to do was place this SD card into here to create a file. Also, if you've never powered up your DSI before, it's going to walk you through how to use the camera. Just get past that and follow these exact same steps. But for now, we're going to take out this SD card, put it back into the computer. All right, so basically what I did was I just popped up both on screen the actual DSI XL or just normal DSI. Up here on the screen, I got that file that has private that we used earlier. Now I also have my mod folder up here. So I'm going to click on this, and basically you're going to want to drag and drop everything except for the extras you'll need. So I'm going to go ahead and drag these over here. It's going to take a second, and then, or not, then you're going to want to drag your NDS file over here. That might take a little bit, and we're just going to wait for this to complete. All right, guys, so we have our mod folder right here. So we're going to open that up. Minimize that. We're going to go to DSIO jailbreak, go to extras you'll need, and then remember when I said if your DSI has the Facebook icon or if it does not, we're going to go with it did, because obviously ours did. We're going to click on that, and we're going to need this file right here. Now we're going to open up an extra one. We're going to go to File Explorer. We're going to go down to your DSI XL, go to NDS, never mind, go to Private, go to DS, go to App, then go to this file, and then you should see another pit.bin. You're going to want to go ahead and rename this. I'm just going to name it 901.bin for whatever reason. And then I'm going to drag this one right here that has the Facebook icon, and I'm going to plop it right in there. Alright, so now that we have all these files going for us, we installed everything, go ahead and eject your SD card and put it into your DSI. Just going to snag that out of my computer, and I'm going to open this up and put the SD card in. Mine's really snappy, I have no idea why. Alright, so now we're going to power it on. And now we're going to go back to the Nintendo camera. Alright, now it's going to start checking again. Now you're going to want to go to SD card, and go to album, and then it should be loading up now. It is going to take it a little bit. So I'm going to go with the GUI system. And then I'm going to select USA because that's my region. And it should be loading up now. Touch screen to continue. We're going to go ahead and also back up our save. Or not necessarily save. We're just going to go ahead and back this up. Alright, so we got Twilight Menu plus plus. We got this. Alright, so now you're going to want to go over here. And we're going to create a backup. Just press A to begin, and this is actually going to take a little bit, so I'm just going to leave that alone. And we're just going to wait for it. Press start to exit. That's all you got to do, really. So we're going to hit power off, and then power on, A plus B. That's going to bring you up to this. So now we're just kind of waiting for it to install, or not necessarily. What we're going to do now is, I'm going to zoom in. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to options, because we want this to load up every time. So see how that says no button? We're going to click on that. We're going to scroll all the way down. It's basically all the way down. And then, oh shit, where's it at? There it is. So we're going to click on Twilight Menu plus plus, and now we should just be able to save and exit. And now when I power it off with the off button and power it back on, it should launch right into Twilight. There we go. So now that's permanent, unless you do delete all the files here. But so now your DSI is considered jailbroken. I'm just going to wait for it to load up. So now you have private. I don't necessarily know why that's called that. Yeah, I'm assuming that's for games. This was on my DSI originally when I got it here. But yeah, so there it is. Oh, my bad, guys. So also, you want to press install now. I don't know if I did that. Now you're going to want to restart everything here. Press A and B like I'm holding now, and we're going to wait for it to restart. There we go. It should just automatically start in here. Go to launcher. I guess we're going to launch it. Yeah, so now we got everything we want. That was a little bit confusing at the end. I apologize there. But yeah, so now you have everything you should need. Yeah, so now every time that we go to power it off and then power it back on, we should just load up to the menu. Yeah. So there we go. And then I just always have clicked launcher. So I'm going to put a game in just to see if it'll work. Yep, there I am. Real quick, I'm just going to flex to you guys. That's a shiny Chikorita that I poured it over from. I think it was Soul Silver that I shiny hunted on. But anyways, so let's just go ahead and restart it. I'm going to turn it off and then turn it back on. And there we go.